Hi everyone. Excuse me. It's Giselle with a message for today. And today I want to focus on the question, what do you believe is possible for you and your divine love connection? Because the reason why I ask this is I have been told by quite a few of my clients who I read for and coach on a one-to-one basis that they've stopped watching readings on YouTube because it's made them feel like they're being held back and like they are feeling stagnant in their journey. And whilst I feel a lot of people put out readings with good intention, it can have that effect where people become very dependent upon these readings and hinging every hope that they have on every word that they hear, rather than being discerning and intuitively allowing their guidance to let them know what resonates, what doesn't, because it's impossible. And this is why I usually don't do collective readings. It's impossible to cover every single scenario and to make it fit every single person. Yes, we may have similar events happening throughout our journeys, but we don't all fit. Like, it's not a one size fits all. And sadly, people can be tricked. Of course, not intentionally tricked, but they feel so at a loss and despair that they want to make it fit. This is also why when I give readings on a one-to-one basis, I say this is our guidance. So, say for instance, you want to get from point A to point B, the reading will give you a map of where to go. But it's your choice what you do with that information. And I would usually guide you to find the best way for you to get things moving rather than, oh, this is a reading that's going to keep you stuck. That's not what I intend, because I want us all to reach our goals. And like I mentioned yesterday, I don't want you to feel stuck in the sense that you see becoming whole and complete as unattainable. And as some people have pointed out when they started getting sessions with me, is that when they read stuff about twin flames, it feels like it's an unattainable level of becoming whole and complete. It's almost like reaching the level of enlightenment like the Buddha, and that's not something they can do. But we have to be realistic as well to a certain extent. You know, even people who are not seemingly whole and complete still get the relationship that they want. And the relationship is not one of, oh, there's no more work to do. It's all wonderful. There will be work to do. You know, even when you do reunite, there will be some things to iron out and little things that need harmonizing, but that's okay. That's growing together. Everybody needs to grow together. Nobody just gets married and magically never has to lift a finger in their relationship again for the rest of their life. I don't know where that concept ever came from, but that's certainly not what I expect. You know, from my relationship, I expect to need to grow separately as well as together in order to receive that harmonious connection and union. So, what I would say is if you find yourself feeling stuck and watching reading after reading and getting frustrated that your connection isn't moving or going anywhere, is to maybe try to pull yourself away from watching so many and getting so obsessed with needing to find answers from these readers, especially if they are collective readings or general readings on YouTube. That's not tuned into your specific energy, because everyone's specific energy is different. It would be better for you to maybe get a personal reading from either these people or me or whoever you're drawn to, really, to guide you a bit better. Because what I tend to do when I do readings for you is I'll say, okay, this is the energy, but not just leave it at that. Say, okay, so this is what I'm picking up, but this is a method to how we can get to your result, to your desired result. So it's not just a reading, because I can do that. I can just do a reading if you want. But what I find most helpful is to add things like, if you've bought a healing package, direct your healing at overcoming ways of thinking, obstacles, blockages that you may be perceiving right now, chakra alignment, things like that. Coaching you in ways that would best serve you to manifest what it is that you're wanting. Just very tailor-made guiding through your process. I'm sure you'll hear from people who've left comments on my videos. One of them even said it yesterday, where I don't only do the reading for them, but they receive guidance and tips on how to change their inner world to affect their outer world, and that it has changed them in a way that they would not have been had they just had normal or generic readings. Because there's no point. I don't see the point in you coming to me just doing a reading, and that be that. I want to give you a little bit of a guidance plan. But of course, it's totally up to you what you do with that. If you don't want to have guidance on, fixing certain aspects to overcome obstacles, then that's completely down to you and not a problem at all. I will never push anything onto anyone. That's why I never recommend healings. I only offer them on my website as something that you can come to me for, but I'm not going to say, oh, as a result of this reading, you are going to need a healing. No, that's up to you. That's completely up to you. If you don't feel guided that you need that, then that's cool. Don't have it. That's absolutely fine. But what I also want to talk about in this video is, what do you believe is possible, Are you watching videos with the thought in your head of, well, I'm watching these, but really I don't believe that it's possible to get back together with my person? Or are you watching these with a hopeful knowing that you are going to have everything that you wanted? What do you believe is possible? What is the little voice in your head telling you? Because people often say, oh, I want to send love to my person. That's cool. You can do that. You can sit there for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour maybe, focusing on giving them love. But it's what you do throughout the day that counts. Do you send them love in meditation for an hour, say, but then for the rest, for the 23 hours remaining of the day, do you then send doubt and think, oh God, this is not going to happen, but I'll do it anyway? Because those thoughts are also felt. It's not just you sending them love that's felt. It's the thoughts that you send throughout the day that you may not even be aware of. And how do you get rid of those is by focusing in on fixing your way of thinking first. Forget sending them love if the way that you are thinking is tinged with negativity and, pessimism. It's not going to really help to send love if that is what you're doing. Excuse me. So what I really wanted to sort of convey through this video is, be mindful of what you're thinking. Firstly, do you think that reuniting is a possibility? And the only way that you'll know the truth to that is if you drop into your heart. That's actually the message I kept getting all night, is drop into your heart, drop into your heart, drop into your heart. Every time I had a little thought that made me question things. The answer that they would give me is drop into your heart, because that's where the truth lies. Your head is going to send you spinning, on a wild goose chase, looking for answers left, right, and center. But when you drop into your heart, then that is the place where you need to be to get your truthful answers. That's the place that gives you your confirmation when you're in doubt about something, when you're needing intuitive guidance, when you are hearing these collective readings on YouTube. Your heart will say yes or no when something feels good or when something feels wrong. That's a place where you need to check. As a society, we've become so used to checking things with our heads, thinking logically. But logic isn't always the answer, especially when it comes to spirituality and our spiritual connections. It's always from the heart. That's why we sometimes get conflicting information, but our task is to harmonize this information. People get love letters from me and they say, oh, that's amazing, and that totally resonates. But why then, when I speak to them on the physical plane, are their messages to me so opposite of what their soul is conveying to you in my love letter? But there are ways to harmonize that. But it starts with you reprogramming and rewriting your story. And if you feel you would need some help doing that, I'll be more than happy, because not only do I offer reading sessions, when you book a reading with me, I'll equally be happy to do a coaching and guiding session as well, as part of your, say, 30-minute reading. That is completely something that I am open to and happy to do for you. Also, to let you know, my love letters are discounted. They are currently £7. I'll keep my promotions up actually until the end of April, because I find it's my birthday month, and also I hit 4K yesterday, so thought, I might as well give something back as a thank you to all of you wonderful people who have helped me reach my next goal and growing my channel. And yeah. It's not just love letters, by the way. It's also readings are discounted. Excuse me. What else? Oh, question bundles are discounted. And if you buy these, you can buy these in bulk. You don't have to use them all straight away. You can use them down the line, even say, for instance, after April's ended and you still wanted to use your discounted package. You're definitely able to do that. Just need to keep a tally of the things that we, have booked together. So yeah, I just hope that this video has helped you to think about what do you believe is possible to help guide you on your journey. And I thank you also very much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.